And we have learned that the U.S. military plans to deploy roughly 200 troops to Israel, this coming one day after a peace deal was announced between Israel and Hamas by President Trump. Our Candace White joining us now with more on these developments. Candace, what will these troops be doing there on the ground?
Yeah, well, Brittany, they'll be there to support and monitor the ceasefire in Gaza. This means logistics, transportation, engineering, and planning.
The U.S. troops will stay in Israel, and a source familiar with the planning said there will be, quote, no U.S. boots on the ground in Gaza. The mission has been dubbed the Civil Military Coordination Cell. It comes after the announcement of the ceasefire agreement that includes the release of hostages in Gaza and more than 2,000 Palestinians. The ceasefire is expected to take effect within 24 hours, and sources say U.S. troops could begin arriving in Israel almost immediately. Some celebrations have happened in Gaza overnight. We spoke to Middle East analyst Abdullah Hayek, who says this is a very delicate situation.
In Washington, this is about to bring about, are we going to have boots on the ground in the Middle East again? We're going to hear voices in Congress whether they believe that would be wise enough for the Trump administration or not. 200 U.S. boots on the ground really don't make that much of a fuss. It's really there for logistics. If this conflict truly just ends in a ceasefire with nothing being changed on the ground, we're going to see a renewed cycle of this violence reemerge.
President Donald Trump is expected to head to Egypt for an official signing of what he calls the first phase of the plan. His proposed plan includes a requirement for Hamas to lay down arms and a withdrawal of Israeli troops from the territory. It also calls for the delivery of humanitarian aid and the installation of a civilian governing authority for Palestinians.
And the release of all hostages in Gaza is said to happen within 72 hours of Israel accepting the agreement. Once those hostages are released, Israel will release 250 prisoners plus 1,700 Palestinians who have been detained. Brittany, back to you.
Candace will continue following that, of course. Thank you so much. All right. It has been an unusually warm October so far. But the question is how much longer until we can